Yes. How are you?
Uh, so. Yeah.
Still so-so. It's the same.
Yeah.
Just
Nothing
fine.
special.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing special. Yes, just normal day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So work and then home, take care of kids, and rest a little. That's it.
Mm, Nothing special. Just normal.
Uh-huh.
Just yes.
So it's a routine. It's just a
Routine.
routine.
Routine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't get bored because
Always.
you're doing a routine.
Mm, nah. It's fine because as the work is very challenging. Is and so my because my work is a coding.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah, so every day we have different issue,
Mm-hmm.
problem need to slow it, and so not it will not boring,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing um, so I'm developer on the open source. It means my work can publish it and feedback to the community.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not it will not boring, and the work will see you contribution. Yeah, so
So you find your job challenging
yeah.
and you are grateful because you have something to uh, share with your community or impart, or you are you think you're doing something for your community.
Yeah. It's it's a little different, but because usually in my previous job we is sensing we doing on the coding and programming,
Mm-hmm.
but the result always can only can keep in the company.
Oh.
And when I joined the company is very encouraging the employee to do the open source software. This means your work can feedback to the somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone can see your work. and
Oh.
and it's mean open source, so everyone can get a code on the website,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's if he found some bug or some issue,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to implement it, and you can send your code
Mm-hmm.
to the website,
Mm.
and your name and your email and something you can record it there. And
Oh.
because it's called open source, and
Oh.
so yeah, this is a I say is very helpful for your personal career.
Mm-hmm. Personal
Yeah,
career.
yeah. So yes, my job currently my work can publish back,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm doing on that, and then so it's not very it will not very boring because you can get some credit, you know. Do you know this, the credit is from the when you looking for other job they will, or maybe they if the some company they want some expert on this program,
Mm-hmm.
they will see, oh, this guy send a lot of code,
Send a
and
what?
send a lot of code program. This
Code.
guy, yeah, got code, code is mean
Yeah.
the result. You so they will if some company they will search for the people that are doing a lot of job on this program.
Hmm.
So they will find you
They
and
will look
hire you
look for
maybe.
you and find you.
Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah. So yeah. And yeah. I currently I am doing this job
Mhm.
and not only in job we also have a private they call now open not non open source project. It
Mhm.
means your result only keep in the in your how in your company. So I I I did a both projects. So, yeah. So yeah. So it's good. It's all I don't I will not feel it's so boring
Mhm.
and it's not routine work
Mhm.
because you are you know the I am not a, I am not a programmer.
Mhm.
I am not a maintainer. It means maintainer.
Maintainer. Uh-huh.
You are only maintain the program.
Uh-huh. Right.
I am developer the new feature
Mhm.
in in the program.
Mhm.
So it will be it will be more interesting. Yes.
So your job is more interesting because you don't think it's a routine, because there's still a variety of tasks that you do every day, not only just the coding and so
It's
when you
a
say it's
it's
an
a coding.
mm,
Yes, this is coding, but
mm,
the coding is more interesting than maintain.
yeah,
Maintain means you need to
it's also
maintain this
complicated.
program. Yeah,
Uh,
it's maintain means you need to make the program
mm-hmm,
work normal work correctly or yes work
right,
like before.
right,
So
right. So when you
yeah,
say open source,
yes,
because
open source.
you're doing a code, right? So people can access those codes,
Yes.
but can they take it? Are you protecting yourself?
Oh, so so there are a lot of different open source policy.
Mm-hmm.
They call a license.
Mm-hmm, right.
So the open source have a different license. The some
Mm-hmm.
license you need to follow it and you if you use it in your product when you user buy your product you need
Mm-hmm.
to open source your work.
Mm-hmm.
But in a lot but yes, it's one of the open source. It calls
Mm-hmm.
GPL like V3 maybe, and a lot of license, but it's not it's not very friendly for a company. But
Mm-hmm.
my work is my my program is based on the called BSD license. This license
Mm-hmm.
is you can republish your work your program, but you can keep your code. You can keep your code and not open source your code.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you're protect.
But the code base is open source.
Mm-hmm.
But the license is I call it BSD. So a lot of companies like this kind of license because when you use this open source and your product and you sell your product to your customer, the
Mm-hmm.
customer cannot ask you to give them source code, your
Mm-hmm.
code, your work.
Right.
Yes,
So
but
it's not really I
yes,
mean it will not result to any problem because you are protected by your license.
yes,
Oh.
and but in my company we want to how to say uh let more people you our product and the the how to say my company is design the like the computer
Mm-hmm.
language the hardware the
Software.
the hardware language and my
Oh.
it is a lot of another hardware language like the Intel is
Mm-hmm.
X X 186, and my company define the other hardware language,
Mm-hmm.
and my work is working on the program
Mm-hmm.
which can transfer the program language to human readable language to hardware language. And my company want to encourage more people use this hardware language.
Mm-hmm.
So we will open source our tool. The
Mm-hmm.
tool I call a translator. We will
Translate.
translate your program to this hardware language.
Mm-hmm.
So the open source. So we will open source this tool,
Mm-hmm.
and this tool is want to encourage more people use this, and we they will and then it will make more people join this market. And
Oh.
yes, and more people join the market, they will, and more people will generate more usage, scenario usage, or application, or a product based on
Mm-hmm.
the the hardware language the hardware language.
Mm-hmm. So you think your step is effective?
Yeah, yeah,
This
yes,
open source is effective.
yeah. I mean, it's most to be open source because a lot of company will use this tool
Use this tool.
to generate a hardware language.
Mm-hmm.
So if you not open source this tool,
Mm-hmm.
and no people can translate their program language to your
Translate.
hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Right.
so this, yes.
So it's
And
good that many people can benefit from this open source that you are doing with your company is doing.
yes, but yes,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually is a lot of company doing the same thing.
Oh,
Based
right.
on this open this based on this translator translator, you can call it translator.
Mm-hmm.
This translator is a lot of company doing the same thing based
Mm-hmm.
on this translator.
Mm-hmm.
So not only my company will
Yeah.
benefit,
Your company is
and
just one of those companies who are
yeah,
doing
so
this.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and because this is a bit, I say this is open source, but another company, some other company will not want to open their work.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my company is different. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I will I
You are
need to
not, you are
send back
not,
my work.
hmm
Yeah.
so your company is not selfish when it comes to sharing what you know about coding,
Yeah, because
right?
yes, because the goal is making the more people join this market,
Mm.
join this the ecosystem. I call it ecosystem.
Mm.
Yeah.
So your goal is effective to have the people, uh, to make the people join in this.
Yes, because you need to, if you want to attract a lot of people join, you need to
Mhm.
give uh, major to software and best tool for them for people to do programming.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, so much about your job. Thank you for sharing
Okay.
a little knowledge about it, because at least I have an idea about what you called open source, right?
Oh,
Yeah, because
yes.
my major is marketing, so I don't really have any idea about IT or anything related to coding, programming, those kind of things.
Oh,
Um,
bye. Yes, I know.
yeah. So talking to you gives me a little idea about it. So thank you for sharing. But anyways, let's continue with our lesson. So we are now on still
River.
the damage and how we can reverse it. So river, yeah. What about reverse? So here's your answer.
Yeah,
Um,
the some of a factory pollution of water and put into the river.
mhm. Okay, so all right.
So I think I have finished the damage, and so I we will start in the how we can reverse it,
Mhm.
because the some of factory polluted water like river is you is this sentence is you type.
Some of the factories pollute water like rivers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so your answer for how can you reverse it or how we can reverse it?
yeah, so I say that the government should do something to prevent the water
Mhm.
pollution.
Let me just highlight those words that I corrected. Mhm. All right, so the government should do something to prevent water pollution. Mhm. So what do you think are example or what example can a government do like an as an action on how to prevent water pollution?
Or as and when the people saw the pollution, he can call the government.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What is
so
the role of the government in preventing water pollution? Their role.
the law, uh, you the government can give the penalty if there's when someone not follow the rule.
Hmm. So maybe you can say,
Because in my country, we and the house is using the water, and when the home produce the pollution water,
hmm
and they will go into somewhere to, and you
hmm
usually we cannot pollute the river by myself.
usually water by myself.
uh the water, the, the house water, mm, the uh, we mm, mm, I mean mm, eh, the pollution made by family,
Hmm.
my house, or or go to somewhere.
Hmm.
Uh, yes, and somewhere mean the government have the pollution water factory, and
Hmm.
yes. So the water produced by house, uh, the water is clean. We can we can put generate water and put and to river.
River.
Do you know what? Do you get my point? You can please. I think you can help me to reconstruct the sentence
Because
because a lot of vocabulary I don't know.
right,
Like
right.
yes.
But because your example is you gave me first the factory and then the family. So I'm trying to um, understand it, like how. So you have two example, the factories and families.
Oh yeah. So I just try to say the government can penalty
Hmm.
for some factory they pollute the river, but the water
Hmm.
the the dirty water produced by family usually the government is use build the water the pollution water factory or cleaner or something
Hmm.
machine and they can keep the river to not be polluted.
So you think that factories should also have or should also be responsible with their how they or where they put their the water. I mean, to avoid polluting the rivers,
Yeah, I mean,
the disposal of their uh, okay, so I think proper disposal of their toxic that is coming from from their factories, right?
sorry, can you repeat again?
Yeah, the proper disposal of the toxic that is coming from their factories.
The parcel
Proper.
proper
Hmm. Proper disposal
the proper proposals. I don't know the
of
proper.
mhm.
And where are you?
The right way of disposing.
The right
Wait. Uh,
can you type it?
Here. Pollution. Okay, let me just. Government should impose uh,
Oh, impulse.
should impose laws to protect the rivers from big companies. Mm. or which is
Colorado to protect the river from big company, which is causing
hazardous waste.
hazardous. It's like dangerous. Okay, which cause hazardous
Uh,
waste. Oh, hazardous waste.
Or maybe I think I will give an example.
Okay,
Um, Proper disposal of their waste chemical. All right,
but it's also disposal.
waste chemicals. So, actually, the main source of chem water pollution is from factories, not from uh, households, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I think well, you cannot relate in the case of the Philippines because uh, households can also be blamed, like in our country, because their garbage, they dispose it in the rivers. But
Really?
yeah, so they
Oh,
don't throw their garbage properly to um, to a proper place.
proper
Uh,
place.
yeah,
How's it?
like there should be a place which they can only throw their garbage.
Okay.
But in our case in the Philippines, because of lack of education or maybe because lack of discipline, people just throw their garbage in the river. Yeah, so I think you cannot give that example because it's not happening in your country, right? So your example is only the factories.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, in your country, you blame the factories for polluting the river because of they don't have but your government have you have enough laws.
You say sorry. The
Uh,
loss.
yeah, laws.
We have loss. And
Uh,
I just say in the city, and only the factory maybe
mhm, mhm.
can pollution the river. But in not in the city, maybe in the not
Countryside.
countryside, maybe
Uh-huh.
the in the house water can pollute the river maybe. But
Mhm.
I don't know.
You're not really sure.
I'm not really sure. But
Mhm.
maybe because if you are living in the mountain,
Mhm.
can pollute the river because no one live here there.
No one will see you. Like if you
Yeah.
wash your clothes in the river, nobody can see you,
Yes.
right? But I think it's not in your culture, like washing clothes in the river. You don't have that in your culture.
Maybe in the countryside and maybe in the
So it's
long
still
time ago,
possible. Mhm.
maybe in the 2 2 years. 20 years ago, maybe
Mm-hmm.
some people would washing the clothes in the river.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it's not often
Mm-hmm.
seldom. I heard some
Seldom.
story about this. The very seldom countryside people will wash their clothes in the
In the
river.
river. Right.
We only have when we have in some people that some people will go to barbecue near with river,
Mm-hmm.
but the government was would suspend people to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Not suspend, prohibit it.
Prohibit.
Yeah, prohibit, forbid. Yes,
Yeah, forbid or prohibit.
yeah, forbid
Or
for
disallow.
yeah,
The law or the government will prohibit.
prohibit, prohibit. Yeah.
Or
So
disallow.
in my when I high school we were we were in the month festival. We
Mm-hmm.
will go to barbecue nearby the river, and we play we in the winter river.
In the river, yes.
Yeah, but but currently a lot the governments prohibit people to do it.
Oh, so you cannot play in the river anymore.
You can play in the river, but you cannot barbecue
Oh, you cannot
near.
do any kind of barbecue.
Yeah, you cannot
Yeah,
barbecue near the river because you will sometimes you will produce garbage
right, right.
and they the environment dirty.
Will make your environment dirty. Yes. And in the Philippines, it's part of tourism to educate the tourist
Okay.
from the country itself and from other countries that to avoid leaving their trash when they visit a certain place like Palawan or Boracay or Cebu, beaches and Cebu. Yeah,
Yes.
so do you know this phrase that um, like take pictures, but uh, something like that. Uh,
I
pictures.
know the Cebu that
Cebu.
you can play with the fish, the big fish. Hold on, I
Hmm.
said blue, how's blue. How's it? Whale, blue whale.
Hmm.
Uh, in Cebu, I forgot to play
Cebu.
because
Cebu.
Cebu in Cebu you can.
Cebu City, yes.
Oh yeah, I saw my friend went to the Cebu and the picture the big blue big what they say whale
Whale, yeah, blue whale.
behind it
Yeah,
and it's very beautiful.
right. I want to experience that too, but they said you will have to fall in line.
Foreign night.
Yeah, because a lot of tourists wants to experience it too. So you have to fall in line and wait for your turn.
Oh okay.
And there's a certain time when the whale can only show up. So if you're already, if it's your turn to see them, maybe they're not there anymore because there's only a certain time that they're showing or show up. So yeah, you have to make sure that you're early so you can see them.
Okay.
Because for example, they're only showing up every 6 in the morning. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are late or if you're not there at 6 a.m., then maybe you cannot take your chance to see them. So, yeah.
So there will be a lot of people
Yeah, a lot of
in
people,
there waiting for the
yeah, they're waiting for their
day
turn.
turn.
So, yeah. So, we're supposed to go there, but somebody told us that you have to be early, but we can't. So we have to maybe.
Why why you can because you can live in there and go to
Yeah, we have to
so
stay there overnight so we can be early because
yes
we're still
yes
far from that place. So, yeah, but we can't because we have other schedules. So,
oh, okay
we said we'll just go there next time. Yeah.
okay so I have another question because maybe a lot of people waiting for the well
Hmm.
the but he or she always showing in there or maybe he does he like the people because yeah so a lot of people there
They
why
also have
why yeah
they also have
how to do it
rules.
hmm?
Rules. Yeah. So you can watch the whale from afar. And if you want to swim with the whale, you should not put on any lotion because it's chemical. So
Sorry a chemical why
you, you should not put on some lotion.
lotion
Yeah, to sunscreen.
oh okay
Yeah, sunscreen.
oh
Because it, uh,
yes I see I saw my friend is swimming nearby the
mhm.
ooh,
Yeah, but you cannot take a picture with, what do you call, flash.
well, but yeah yeah sorry my question is how people to upstream the whale to go there.
Ah, you mean how can they invite the whale
Yeah,
to get near?
swimming,
Go get
swimming.
near.
Yes, and
I think they're using fish
food.
as a bait. Yeah, small fish as a bait.
Okay,
They feed them so that they can uh, get near the tourists to see them.
okay. So is has any accident the whale attack the people? No.
They said that they're harmless, and I think the whales are used to people being near to them.
Near to them.
Yeah,
Sorry, near. Why?
near. They're
Uh,
used to it. They're used. They are used to it.
they use to near. Is use what? Yeah. Oh, so, okay. I got it. They use to it.
Yeah, they're
The,
used
it
to this kind of I mean, I
they
think
used
that
to the
it's
people
part,
around
yeah,
nearby.
yeah, around
Oh,
surrounding them.
surrounding it. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so but they have some rules that you cannot take pictures with flash because it might scare them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, makes
so
sense.
yeah, so you just have to watch them and don't touch them when you swim.
But
N-
he can touch me. He can swing and touch people. Is it?
uh,
Can you is is it will happen
but they
when he swing?
advise people not to touch because to also protect the whale.
Okay.
So no touching, just have pictures beside the whale, but no touching.
Oh yeah, I mean when you swing surrounding it and it will be touch you maybe when he swing to nearby you and maybe he will contact you, touch you
Mhm.
by his body.
I don't
No?
know if that also maybe possible,
Okay.
but
Okay.
people who are, I mean the locals in that air and that place, they would, I think they will tell you to not to get near.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so if maybe there are chances that the whale can touch you or can get near you, but they said it's not harmless. I mean they're harmless.
Sorry, how to spell the harmless?
Hmm. Harmless. They're harmless.
Okay, harmless.
Mm,
Okay, okay, okay,
not to put on
okay. Not to
sunscreen.
put sunscreen.
Mm. Okay, so like I said, this is, wait, this is the advocacy, like an advocacy, or
Okay, only picture, leave only photo. Kill
kill
nothing but
nothing
time.
but time. Have you heard about this phrase or like a saying?
Yes.
Hmm. When you go somewhere like,
In
mhm.
I saw the Chinese version. Okay.
Oh, you have a Chinese version of this. So
Yeah.
you also promote this in some of your tourist spots.
And so tourist bus.
Yeah, tourist spots like Boracay,
What?
tourist spot,
Spot.
tourist spot.
We can say this slogan is in
Mhm.
a lot of tourist place
Spot.
spots.
Mm. Oh, so you've seen this also in some of the tourist spots.
Similar slogan like this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think it's been used by different countries. Like you said, you have your own version,
Yeah, yes.
right? So do you also do this when you visit a place? You also follow this, you only take pictures and you don't kill anything.
Yes.
Mm.
Uh, but yes, I don't care anything. But
Kill.
but uh, but when I go went to the restaurant, I eat the meat and there's something they kill.
Hmm. But that's only, I think they're not really endangered. So when you say kill nothing, they mean that those endangered animals.
Uh, you, lo- okay. You mean you need to you cannot kill the animal in there, is it?
Endangered. But I think it's a different story, your example, when it comes to food. So that's an that's an
Oh,
exception.
exchanger. Okay,
Exemption.
okay.
Exemption. Exempt.
Why are you type the intention
Or
extension? Why why are you typing this word?
I mean exception.
Exception. Oh,
Wait. When you say food, it's a different story.
oh, okay.
Yeah, exception. It is an exception. Or it's not included.
Mhm.
Not including food. Yeah, because even if you go to other places, they still cook this kind of food. So, yeah, it's going to be the same, right? So it's not only happening to one place, but also happening to other places. Okay.
Oh,
So how about oceans? I think it's the same with rivers.
okay. Uh, and people pollute the ocean like use the body wash, which include microplastic or overfishing.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the people we need to reject to use using any product which include microplastic
Hmm.
and reject it's the small fish. Because you can buy uh, the the fish. They are very small. A lot
Hmm.
of small fish you can buy it. So we need to reject to this buy those product. But yes, do you know there is a new about the small fish will eat the microplastic
Oh
and
yeah, of course.
so their body all of the body is the microfridge and because in the food chain so when the people eat a big fish they eat the microplastic so it will harm your body maybe it would, yes.
Yeah, of course, because plastic is not. Uh, of course, when you say plastic, and if you eat it,
Oh, plastic, yes.
then can you imagine yourself eating plastic? Of course, you know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of commercial or uh, they show on videos how what is really or what is the uh, how big is the problem when it comes to plastic,
Yes.
right? I've actually seen I think they do it in an animation way. They created an animation about this. What happened
Oh.
to marine lives uh, eating those plastics?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can find that video.
You say
They
the
created an animation movie.
animation will make
Yeah, about how are the marine lives being
mar
affected by
marine
uh,
is quite marine.
uh, life in the sea.
Like in the
Hmm.
sea.
Okay, wait. Let me type it. Marine life.
Oh, okay. Marine.
Hmm.
So marine life living. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Marine life living creatures. Okay. Creature in the sea. Okay.
I cannot find the video, but I think you can find it in YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I don't think it's entertaining because It talks about how is our marine life being affected by uh, plastic pollution, or
Pollution.
right,
Okay.
people pollute oceans, like use what do you mean body wash? Like a chemical,
But then, yeah, wash.
chemical that they use to wash the body,
Yes.
body wash. Okay. So body wash is really an example.
Yeah, example.
People
Uh,
like
so you say
the
the
use
another word
of
is you.
body wash. Yes.
So it's another vocabulary for the body wash.
Uh,
No.
Body wash is okay as an example.
Okay. Okay.
Microplastic. Okay, so I
So
think microplastic is another example.
oh, I just said the because the body wash include the material, the microplastic material
Hmm.
inside the body wash.
Okay, like okay, so that includes microplastic, right?
Yes.
It includes microplastic. Okay, so another problem is overfishing.
Yeah. Fish.
Okay, so you can make a separate sentence for this one because overfishing is another problem that you can state related to oceans.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. So we'll just continue in our next meeting, okay? Which is
Okay.
Monday. All right.
Yes.
So I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, Zach. So
Oh, yeah.
thank you
Thank
for
you.
tonight, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.